Good evening. This is All India Radio Kohima. I'm Ketholina with the evening news. The headlines: Prime Minister Narendra Modi dedicates to nation new section of Western dedicated freight corridor, flags off world's first double-stack long-haul container train. NSF asked Nagaland government to fast-track the implementing process of Nagaland Staff Selection Board. Nagaland reports 6 fresh COVID-19 cases and 2 deaths. Total confirmed cases climbs to 11,960. And Directorate of Animal Husbandry and Veterinary Services issues advisory on bird flu. Prime Minister Narendra Modi today dedicated to the nation the 306-kilometer-long New Rewari-New Madar section of the Western Dedicated Freight Corridor. He also flagged off the world's first double-stack, long-haul, 1.5-kilometer-long container train hauled by electric traction from New Ateli, New Kishangarh, through video conference. Speaking on the occasion, Modi said the dedicated freight corridor is being looked as a game changer for India. He said that it has opened the path for manufacturing units to reach the national and international markets at low cost. He said it would also boost the possibility of investment in the area. Prime Minister said that the corridor covers 135 stations which will be developed as multimodal logistic hubs. He said that it will also help the village and small-scale industries. Prime Minister Modi said that corridor will contribute in the uplift of the economy. Naga Students Federation NSF has once again reiterated its stand for a complete ban of all Group C post-departmental examinations until the Nagaland Staff Selection Board NSSB is implemented in the state. In a press release, the NSF appealed to the state government to fast-track the process of implementing the NSSB, saying that withholding the NSSB will prove detrimental to the state as a whole. The Federation said an amicable solution to the issue of reservation and reservation policies must be brought at the earliest for overall benefit of the students' community, while expressing dismay over the attitude of the PHE department for announcing its departmental recruitment exam to the various Group C posts scheduled on 13th of this month. The Federation appealed to the department to refrain from conducting the proposed departmental examination and warned that it will be compelled to take action against them. It also further appealed all the aspiring candidates to cooperate and abstain themselves from the proposed departmental examination. Advisor for Food and Civil Supply, Legal Metrology and Consumers Protection and Taxes, Bukai Asumi, has called upon the consumer societies to be sincere and give their best service to the consumers. Addressing the 3rd Foundation Day of Consumer Rights Organization Nagaland today at Dimapur, he said, consumer organizations are very important at both state and national level as it helps protect the consumer who are uneducated and ignorant. Asumi said the state government is behind to protect all the societies and is sure to provide whatever facilities are available with the concerned department. He also said it is time to create awareness among the general mass so as to improve the state economy and become self-reliant. State President, Consumer Rights Organization Nagaland, James Jungyo, said the main objective of the organization is to create a consumer rights awareness campaign in collaboration with the state government and the Department of Legal Metrology and Consumer Protection. Deputy Commissioner and Chairman of District Disaster Management Authority Kohima, Muhammad Ali Shihab A, has reiterated that the ban on burning of jungles will continue to remain enforced in Kohima district till further order. In this connection, all village councils under its jurisdictions have been directed to inform and warn the public to refrain from burning of jungles. It also cautioned that any individual or village found violating the order will be penalized under relevant sections of law and liable to payment of fines. Further, the VDB grant to the village will also be withheld till such fines are paid. This news comes to you from All India Radio, Kohima. The Standing Committee of National Board of Wildlife has approved the advisory for management of human-wildlife conflict in the country. The advisory makes important prescriptions for the states and union territories for dealing with human-wildlife conflict situations and seeks expedited interdepartmental coordinated and effective actions. The advisory envisages empowering Gram Panchayats in dealing with the problematic wild animals as per the Wildlife Protection Act 1970 72. The advisory also envisages prescribing interdepartmental committees at local or state level, adoption of early warning systems, creation of barriers, dedicated circle-wise control rooms with toll-free hotline numbers which could be operated on 24/7 basis. Nagaland today reported 6 fresh COVID-19 cases, taking the tally to 11,960, while 2 more deaths have also increased the COVID death toll to 72. The 2 deaths were reported from Dimapur. According to the COVID-19 bulletin of the Integrated Disease Surveillance Program of Health and Family Welfare Department, stated that another 2 more death cases are under investigation. Of the new 6 cases reported, 3 were detected from Dimapur, 2 in Kohima, and 1 from Paran. On the other hand, 7 infected persons have also recovered, which include 4 from Dimapur and 3 from Kohima. With this, a total of 11,610 infected persons have recovered from the infection so far, while the active corona cases in the state stand at 129. India leaped across a significant milestone in its fight against COVID-19 with over 1 crore recoveries. The total number of patients successfully recovered so far from the viral contagion surpassed the tally of 1,16,000 today. The rate of new daily infection also continues to remain below 25,000, with only 20,346 cases being reported in the past 24 hours. The gap between the recovered patients and active cases in the country has further widened, and the number of recovered patients stand at 44 times the number of current active cases. The active caseload in the country comprises of nearly 228,000 people and stands at 2.19%. Out of these, nearly 60% are under home isolation and have mild to very mild symptoms. The national cumulative recovery rate continues to register gradual improvement and stands at 96.36%, with recovery of over 19,587 people in the last 24 hours. In view of the recent ingress of bird flu cases in the country, especially in Kerala, Rajasthan, Madhya Pradesh and Himachal Pradesh, the Directorate of Animal Husbandry and Veterinary Services has issued an advisory to public for preparedness, control and containment of avian influenza. In the advisory, the department has instructed all chief veterinary officers to issue red alert notice to all subordinate officers, field officers, staff and village functionaries on the disease. The department also advised the public to report any unusual sickness and mortality of poultry birds, ducks, and pet birds to the nearest veterinary health center and asked the public not to handle or consume such poultry which have died suddenly. Further, poultry entrepreneurs, farmers, and businessmen are asked to refrain from importing such stocks from disease outbreak and its neighboring states. And as the nation fights COVID-19 pandemic, let us all remember to stay safe and protected by following these 3 simple steps: wear a face mask, wash hands frequently with soap and water or use hand sanitizer, and follow social distancing norms. To end the news, the headlines here again. Prime Minister Narendra Modi dedicates to nation new section of Western Dedicated Freight Corridor, flags off world's first double-stack long-haul container train. NSF asked Nagaland government to fast-track the implementing process of Nagaland Staff Selection Board. Nagaland reports 6 fresh COVID-19 cases and 2 deaths. Total confirmed cases climbs to 11,960. And Directorate of Animal Husbandry and Veterinary Services issues advisory on bird flu. That's all we have in this evening news bulletin. Good night.